What's up, you guys? Welcome back to an all-new episode of Point of View.
Woo, 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 woo.
Yeah.
Y'all, we want to take the time to highlight a birthday today. Mr. Chris Rock himself has turned 59. 59 of them things. So happy birthday, Chris Rock.
Yes, happy birthday. Speaking of Chris Rock, in honor of Black History Month, y'all, we could never, ever, ever forget how he got rocked at the Oscars by Will Smith.
Keep my wife name out your mouth.
That's crazy. Ain't no way he's an Aquarius. That's wild.
Oh my goodness, that was a
wild.
time.
And he just confidently walked right back to his wife.
Knowing his hand hurting.
Really did. Anyway, have you ever been love bombed? And if so, did you see it as flattering or did you see it as a red flag? Former TV personality Kristin Cavallari recently revealed that Mr. Sean Diddy Combs himself love bombed her with an overload of gifts. She ended up not going through with it, but with all of these allegations and lawsuits against him, she's claiming that she dodged a bullet. Check out this clip.
He sent me the biggest bouquet of flowers I've ever seen, the biggest box of chocolates I've ever seen, a huge teddy bear, and then he told me he had a TV crush on me and he wanted to take me out, and I just sort of kept like poo-pooing it, and then I finally said no. Now as an adult, I'm like, red.
Ooh. Wow.
Ah, boo. That ain't love bombing. That is courting.
Girl, that is.
I don't even think it's courting.
He over here giving a gift.
I don't even think he really
flowers.
wanted to pursue
Okay,
her.
so a
And
lot
she
of
thought that
people
was a red
actually
flag?
don't know the definition of love bombing. So
Tell us,
love
friend.
bombing is actually a manipulative tactic that people use. So basically it's an inorganic amount of affection, an inorganic amount of attention, gift giving for the sole purpose of winning someone over. So pretty much like their main goal is to become like your universe. They're trying to become the center of your universe.
Make you fall in love.
Exactly.
Only to leave you.
Pretty much like, yeah, the attention, basically all of the
bombing.
attention that they give you, all of the gifts and stuff, it doesn't match the amount of time that they've known you.
Right.
So these people can know you for a day and all of a sudden be like, I want to be married to you. I want to give you all these flowers and these gifts and that. And it's like, you don't even know me, you know?
Right.
That's love bombing. When it's like someone courting you and like, you know, that's just them trying to really
That was
get
a
to know
sweet
you.
gesture.
But that's exactly what that is.
I have a question though. So like I've been through a similar situation, but like I don't know if it was actually love bombing or if it was courting because I felt like I was being courted.
Okay.
But then like months later, like 7 months later, like I ended up being like dumped off.
Yeah.
So I don't know, like it just felt like, okay, so like our second date, y'all, was like, it was a week long. It was a week because I felt like so special. Like this, if I took nothing away from that situation, it was I learned how I would like to be dated. So the second date, y'all, was a week-long vacation in Miami. When I tell you I didn't pay for nothing but 2 shots the entire trip, and I had to run away to go pay for those shots. I had to run away to go sneak off, buy the shots, and then come back. So I don't know if that's considered love bombing because it just kept going. Like I kept being spoiled. I kept receiving, and it was reciprocal, but it's like, is that considered love bombing? Because eventually I got dropped off and dumped.
Yeah, because their intention wasn't really to have you long term. Their intention was to have you at that moment. Clearly. Yeah.
I was
I would think that was courtship, though. I wouldn't call that love bombing.
I was used and abused.
The intention behind it. The intention really isn't like for a long term thing. It's really the chase thing. They just want you at that moment. You know, and you're giving them that high that they need.
Yeah.
And once they don't have that high anymore, because maybe you've gotten used to being,
They go get it
you know,
from the next best thing.
they'll just like dump you off and go do it again. That's really what love bombing is. It's completely different. It's a manipulative
See, I wouldn't have
tactic.
seen nothing wrong with that. I would feel like that's
yeah.
exactly what I.
Yeah,
that's
but
what it
said
should be.
7 months.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
we
saying.
were-
7
yeah,
months.
we
Ain't
dated
nothing
7
to know.
months.
It just didn't work out.
Yeah.
Was there
Yeah.
like a
If it was
reason?
like 2 weeks.
Yeah, there was someone else.
Yeah. But let's take it back to Diddy, you know, because
Wow.
Diddy and all of these allegations and these like lawsuits that are pinned against him, like it's what Diddy's going through. No lie, she kind of probably did dodge a bullet a little bit because
She said she was 21. At 21, She say that now with the mindset she has now. At 21, if Diddy chasing you, ain't no 21-year-old looking like
that one did.
Girl, her daddy said
That
no.
one did.
I was about to say.
Why does it have to be
she
her
ain't
dad?
telling the whole story.
Why can't it be her?
P. Diddy, Sean Diddy Combs 10 years ago?
At
Come.
21.
I'm just also thinking, like,
And all it
could
was
this
was
be?
flowers.
I just feel like it could also be a lie. Because isn't she like a has-been that was on Laguna Beach? One of them beaches.
One of them beaches.
Laguna Beach.
Long Island Beach.
Long
Like, isn't she somebody like some has-been? So now like she's trying to. I feel like low key like maybe she might be trying to get clout off Diddy name real quick.
Right.
Because
So?
look at Diddy's track record. Let's just look back on his
I don't
track
see
record.
nothing,
His
no
wife
blonde.
and the women that he's associated himself with.
Yeah.
I've never seen him with nobody from Laguna Beach. Ever in my life.
I ain't never seen him with
She's
no
just
blonde.
I've never seen him with a white woman.
But
woman
a lot
either.
of the women that are, they have these allegations against him.
the Jane
They're not
Does?
like famous. Yeah, the Jane Does, like a lot of them aren't even famous. So
Is she famous?
I don't believe
I
But
mean,
she's
like,
not-
she's an ex-TV personality.
Yeah.
She's not like famous,
Yeah.
But she's not coming out and saying that he did.
Yeah, she
He's
over here
not-
trying to make it seem like she was
Yeah.
smarter than everybody else.
It
Girl,
could
that man
also
had
be a
small crush on
lie.
you.
Yeah.
Like
It
I'm
could very
convinced
well be
it
that.
could be like a publicity stunt for her or something.
It very well could be, but let's say we're on her side with the fact that he did do all of this.
Okay.
All it was flowers, a teddy bear, chocolates. That man
Yeah.
ain't give no rollie. He ain't have a car sent for her and said this
It
is
wasn't
yours.
giving
And
Miami.
Yeah.
It wasn't giving
could've-
Young Miami.
It could have been Valentine's Day.
It
Like,
wasn't giving Young Miami.
he could have went on one date and just wanted to have conversation, maybe
but
hit it.
she
and,
said
and,
she stopped it there though. It could have been. There could have been more after
Liar.
that. His-
That's not
Liar.
love for me. He stopped
No, she said she didn't pursue it anymore. Yeah, she said that he like if you watch that part of the interview, she said that he like really
he's like, I have a
was
crush on
trying
you.
to pursue her.
And he got bread.
And she was like, no, but his approach was basically like, I'm gonna get you all these things, and this maybe for her, she's like, that's not gonna get me, honey.
Yeah, you
like,
can't buy everybody's
yeah,
love.
you cannot buy everybody's love.
Yeah.
So I actually have a story. So pretty much, one of my friends, she allowed me to say this story. One of my friends, she actually was love bombed. So she met this guy at the club, and he like was throwing money at her from their interaction at the club. Like literally, next day took her shopping. Paid off her car note, $20,000 dropped, paid off her car note the next day, right?
was nothing.
So, he wanted like obviously more super quick, and she was like, no, she ghosted him, because she's like, what the heck? Okay, I didn't ask.
Something wrong with me.
Hold on, give me a minute. I didn't.
what deserve that?
He got money.
She was like, no,
large.
it wasn't healthy, you guys. I know you're joking, but no, it really wasn't healthy. He was
Yeah.
coming on really strong
Yeah.
and really aggressively. So she really ran from that because it was a little bit of a dangerous
She
situation.
ran with her car paid off.
Well, I mean, regardless, he did it.
What's the
he
digits?
did it without she didn't ask for it. He
Right.
offered to do that. Anyway, just know, now, 9 months later, her car got repossessed. He disputed it. He literally went back and disputed the car payment. It was under investigation for 9 months. Yeah, he completely loved on her. He had no intention. He did not do this out of his heart. He did that solely to get in her pants at that moment. He didn't do that out of the kindness of his heart. That's what love bombing is. And Kristin, I'm not gonna lie, you probably did dodge a bullet. In my opinion, I feel like she could have became one of his victims, in my opinion.
Yes, I feel like she lied.
No, I agree.
I feel like
Yeah.
she might have lied.
Yeah.
I feel like that might have been like a publicity stunt for her to, be in the media again because who is this lady? Papo?
Right.
Who this man?
Who this man, Harpo?
Who is this?
Yeah,
I
a
don't
lot of
know who
people are
this
saying,
is.
it's also a case of probably another white woman throwing another black woman under the bus. A lot of people are saying that too.
I believe that.
Yeah, it's like kicking him while he's down.
That's always gonna be a thing.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody
Got her flowers,
Yeah.
chocolate, a bear. He just got money, so he didn't get it from Publix. He got
He
the
brought
large
the big one, 100 dozen. Yeah,
he got large.
Big
He got
bouquet.
Yeah, he got the large. He said, but because you would literally,
that was $20 to him.
yeah,
That was chump
it's
change.
Diddy. What do you want?
And at 21,
Publix?
10 years ago, Diddy from 10 years ago.
What? Spending money like it's nothing.
Yeah. So you guys
He's
think
still
this
spending
was
money like it ain't nothing
Right,
on
honestly.
Miss Cassie.
Yeah.
She got away with a big old check.
Big old check immediately.
I mean,
24 hours.
24 hours.
deposit.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said,
Okay.
you know what? It
Drop
ain't
that.
that
Hey,
deep,
cash
baby.
that real quick.
Drop that.
Oh
Go
my
ahead.
goodness. For those of you who don't know, Cassie basically went in and basically said that Diddy like sexually assaulted her and just did all these things to her. Like it's a lot of things, okay? And she kind of she put out a lawsuit about it or
She
something like
basically
that.
filed a
Yeah, she
lawsuit
filed a
under him
lawsuit.
as an employee.
Yes.
Which is where she was able, because she was signed to Bad Boy Records and ran off with a big old bag, like a Monopoly bag. Like,
Yeah.
because as an employee, he basically.
He paid her the next day. Within
even.
24
Like,
hours.
look, Diddy, I know
Yeah.
all of this. If you
I know
don't
everything.
give me
Yeah,
I
he
know
settled.
everything. I know where the bodies is
I know
buried.
everything.
I know
Literally.
who did what. Yeah.
what was it, 21 million?
I don't even remember the exact number, but it was a lot.
I
Yeah.
remember
So the
that
file
number.
of the lawsuit, I guess it's called an injunction, pretty much. Yeah, and he literally paid it within 24 hours. So
He said,
that's
you
not a
ain't saying
guilty
nothing.
man.
Take the
I don't
money.
know what it is.
Take the money. Take it.
Take it,
Shut up.
please.
And take this money.
Like, give her
I
whatever
don't
she
hear
wants.
nothing else. Take this money and shut up.
Be quiet. And then all of these other people started coming out, suing him and filing the same injunctions.
I'm sorry, y'all ain't gonna get it.
Because they said 21 million. Hold on, he did this to me 25 years ago.
why
Can
y'all
I
thought
get
of damn
10?
partnership.
Can I
25 years
get
ago, it's
$10?
hilarious.
I'm crying.
Please, can I have some more?
Please. Oh, shoot.
Well, you guys, we have to take a short break, but when we come back, we're going to be talking about forgiveness after betrayal. Do we take the high road or do we forget? Wait, no. Do we take the high road or do we go to hell with the person? I don't know.
When they go low, I'm gonna go low.
Lower.
How low can you go?
All right, guys, we'll be right back.
Where you going? Don't go nowhere.
You should have grabbed them chips before the show started.
And where do you think you're going? We have more piping hot tea. But this isn't hot tea, though. This is just water.
Hold on, baby. We only got 10 seconds left.
9,
8,
7,
6.
5,
4.
3.
2.
Welcome back, you guys. Okay, so to forgive or to stand on business? Reality star Amber Rose has an interesting take on how she, let's say, forgives people who stabs her in the back. You guys back at home, I'm interested to know your opinion. Check out this clip.
Me, I don't believe in forgiveness if you don't want to forgive.
Oh.
That's my philosophy. I'm very happy with still hating people. I feel like a lot of people are like, forgiveness is gonna heal you. Yeah, you're gonna be better. You know, I think if it's eating away at you, where it's like affecting your life, then maybe you should try a different avenue. But I'm very comfortable with hating people from my past.
Wow. So, you guys.
I was very honest of her. It was very honest. personally, it's situational with me. So it really depends on the situation and how bad you hurt me and how much I actually value our relationship. If I don't value our relationship, bye, kick a rock. But if I value our relationship, then it's like, depending on the situation, I might just put you in timeout for a second, you know, like I need some space, I need a break.
Right.
You know, but it depends on the situation.
Are you hating them?
Hate, I don't really carry hate in my heart.
Okay.
I don't carry a lot of hate in my heart. Now, grudges, yeah, I'm going to hold a grudge, but rightfully.
Right.
Rightfully, because I don't feel like I'm a bad person. I don't feel like I do people wrong. So when people do me wrong, I just be like, dang, like, why you had to do me like that?
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand. And then a lot of things could just easily be, a lot of situations, honestly, could be just resolved by communication, a simple conversation.
Yeah. I feel you, girl. I feel you.
I think forgiveness to go into forgiveness tells the contents of your heart. For someone to, I'm a strong believer in the Bible. And in the New King James Version,
Hold on.
in the book of Matthew, he said,
What he said?
you must forgive. How many times? 70 times 7.
Okay.
And more.
What's 70 times 7?
Hold on. You
Hold
carried
on.
a 1.
490.
490.
Okay, so
Right.
491 times I have no further instruction after that.
Well, at the same
So
time, it takes a lot. That's a whole lot of days they messing with you.
I was like, Jesus.
Forgiveness is not saying to forget.
yeah.
You can forgive, but you don't have to forget.
you do it for
you.
you.
Just know you doing it for yourself, because to hold that up against somebody, you have to always remember what you do to others. Is it okay for them to do to you? So if you want to get grace, you must give that grace. No matter how hard, they didn't murder you. Well, I mean, you did. If it's not murder or
Wait a minute, you did.
well, you did. But if it's not about murder,
I'm trying to figure out where we're going.
it's so that person has to take life, or it has to be a life or death situation for you just not to forgive them. They're not asking you to forget about the situation. They're not asking you. You possibly may not have to be friends with that person ever again, but forgiveness is all about the contents of your heart and allowing grace, because at the end of the day, that's what we ask for God.
Yeah.
To forgive us and truly forgive us now, so we can move forward and come to heaven and enjoy eternal life.
I just feel like
understand.
that sounds like being the bigger person.
Yeah.
Like it sounds very much like being the bigger person. And being the bigger person, like, it just does not feel good. Like, we had this conversation before. Like, being the bigger person, it just does not feel like satisfying enough.
Yeah.
At least for me. It doesn't feel like that whole thing that you just said, like, and hey, you know, that's your, you know, that's you or all of y'all, you know, like, but I just feel like that sounds like being the bigger person, and not all the time, like, does that person or that situation deserve for you to be the bigger person.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just like, this is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is where we're at, this is what it is, and
Yeah.
this is what we got.
Right.
It's easy for me now, because I did my therapy, to move on and forgive. But I don't forget.
Absolutely.
I really don't, because I realize, like, again, it's for me. Like, you did me wrong, I forgive you, but I learned a lesson. You can't get close to me like that again.
You know how to move.
I could, and it's just like, because I don't want to give anybody that power over me. It's just like, every time I see you, it's just like, I remember when you did that 4 years ago. Like,
Yeah, it
I don't need to
rattles
hold
your
on to that.
spirit.
Yeah, like, but at the end of the day, I'm a Christian. I'm not Christ. So it's a struggle, but it's going to get done.
Yeah.
And I move on.
Yeah,
ain't
I
got
feel
time.
you on
She
that.
said she
working
happy
on-
hating people. I'm like,
Yeah, no,
I'm
I'm not happy hating anybody. I
And
can
honestly,
that.
I can
exhausting.
see, again, it's the contents of your heart. I can see her doing that. And what does that benefit you?
She don't look mad though. Like, she don't look like, even though she said that, and she's also a media personality. Let's remember that. She's in the media. She's a personality. She's a TV personality. So I don't feel like Amber Rose is literally walking around like, I hate everybody. Like the Grinch, you know what I'm saying? I don't feel like she's walking around like that. But for example, if somebody close to her hurt her feelings once upon a time, and they hurt her bad enough to where she feels like, I can't mess with you like that no more, then that's the way that she's carrying it. Now her word choice of hate,
her
might
verbiage
be,
is very
might be a little
visceral.
extreme. You know what I'm saying? But do I really believe that she's out here like walking around with hate in her heart?
Yeah.
No, I feel like she's an entertainer, so she's gonna say whatever's entertaining, whatever is gonna, get the viral moment.
Yeah.
Obviously, because we're sitting up here talking about her.
Right,
You know what I'm
right.
saying? So she's gonna use her, verbiage to her advantage, but at the same time, I don't feel like she's out here hating
Yeah, I don't think
on
so either.
anybody. I feel like she's just, like if somebody hurts her, like she's gonna stand on that. And I wholeheartedly feel that. If you hurt me, I'm standing on that.
I feel like, her verbiage was very visceral. Like,
Yeah.
it really was. However, there are those people who, like, when somebody hurts them, they do walk around with hate in their heart. Like, to the point at which if somebody else brings them up, they're like, oh, that person?
Yeah.
Oh,
They just,
and it's just like, whoa. Like, and you can just feel, like, the hate they have
You
for
don't know what that
someone.
person has
And,
done.
For example, a baby mama with a baby daddy.
I'm done, girl.
Oh, what?
I am
There are,
done
like,
with
and
you.
vice versa.
Or
Even
an
some
ex.
baby daddies, the way they talk about their baby mama, they be like, oh, my baby mama. Like, you can tell, like, they have, like, a hate in their heart where they don't forgive her. Even some people, when they talk about their ex, you have to realize, like, how you, like, address a situation. It
a lot about
shows,
your
like,
character.
yeah, it says a lot about your character, how you're, like, talking about that person. Like, some people, when they're like, oh, how was your previous relationship? And they're like, ooh, that guy. Or something like that. And it's like, oh, did you really forgive them? Like me, for example. I grew up with a father figure who created a super toxic household for me growing up, you know? And there was a moment where I was like F you, like pretty much. Like, I don't, like, I like the beginning of my 20s, I did harbor a lot of resentment towards him for sure. And I do see the effect it had on me and my relationship towards like other men. And there was a moment where I was like, okay, I know I'm telling myself I forgave and forget, I can forget, but I really didn't forgive him deep down in my heart because I was still harboring this feeling and I was projecting it on other men that looked like him or even gave me the same vibe as him. So now I feel like I've officially like forgave, and I do feel like a weight has been lifted off of my shoulder. I feel like I've been set free of that weight that I had. Yes. I feel like I've been set free. So I think it just really depends, because some people do say like, oh yeah, like, I forgive them and but I'm not gonna forget. But like sometimes it's like, what are you holding in your heart, and are you bringing that into your other relationships? Are you bringing, like, that's something you have to ask yourself.
Well, yeah, because I said that. So I just move with caution. So it's not like I'm like, okay, well, I got lied to in my last relationship, so you're always going to lie to me.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's just that I'm more aware. I pay more attention. I look at, like, body language and stuff that I probably, like, did not see in my last relationship. That is something I take notice now.
Yeah, that is
Yeah, but
That's
you have
life.
to. But it's also being self-aware, because some people, like, you in a new relationship, you just see the hearts and the butterflies and all that. Like,
It helps you become more well-rounded. Because though I did forgive my stepdad, but I would never allow him around my children in the future. So
Absolutely.
set that
yeah,
boundary.
absolutely
Set that
not.
boundary.
Boundaries, like you can learn, like, okay, so if somebody, like, it's over time. Like, you can't just take one thing. Oh my God, they hurt my feelings. They said I don't look good today. Oh
Right,
my God.
right.
I could never ever dress up around you again. Like, be so for real. Like, they hurt your feelings. Okay, what's the gravity of it? And then now like, okay, not to take what they say to heart. But it's like, how often? What's the gravity? What's the relationship? What's it's situational?
You have to take, there's things you have to take into account.
Consideration.
Yeah.
Like, that is your stepdad. That is a father figure to you. So that is completely understandable. So when you have kids, like you said, you're just not gonna have that person around. But do you have this hate? Like, if you see them in the streets, like, oh no, what's up? You know, like, no, it's just.
Ooh,
I know how to move with you.
Right. What about people who don't deserve forgiveness, like murderers and things like that? I'm not gonna lie.
I was about to say, 'cause you said this on the other episode about
Yeah,
Dang,
with
who are we talking about?
Yolanda,
Yeah.
who the freaking
like,
Selena's
no, she
murderer.
killed her. No,
oh no,
she stayed
yeah,
behind
she for
bars.
sure
Yeah.
needs to be
Oh, yeah, they-
rot
yeah,
in
wait,
prison.
yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with things like that. Oh yeah.
But what about those very particular situations where you have a woman who has been SA'd and she goes and she kills
That's
her
different.
person?
This woman, she did it
It's
in
still murder.
cold. No.
It's
still
different.
murder.
It's
This
different.
woman did it in cold blood. She meant to do that.
Yeah, and
That
so does
went-
the person who got
No, yeah, but they
meant that
somebody
self-defense.
assaulted them for them to do that. This
No,
woman.
I'm talking about going back and doing it. Like not in
yeah.
that moment, going back and doing it.
No, I feel like that's forgivable. Yolanda, I feel like that's unforgivable because you brought a gun to a conversation. You meant to do that. You had full intentions on murdering somebody who was innocent, who was not even gonna put their hands on you.
Didn't
a situation
deserve
of somebody who got
didn't do
sexually
anything to you.
assaulted, like stand up for yourself.
I call it
Absolutely.
self-defense.
Self-defense.
Well, it's not considered self-defense if
Well, of course not.
if
but
it
I'm
was
saying
in the
that's
act.
valid.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not called self-defense if it's not in the act.
I'm messing with you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Okay,
you're
but
right.
in that moment,
Just saying.
Technically.
Is
well,
it forgivable? 70 times 7.
70 times 7, I'm crying.
What
about plus
70
one?
times 7.
Amber Rose, I hope you find it in your heart to forgive some people. Don't harbor hate, girl. It's a heavy weight to, hold on your shoulders. You guys, it is Black History Month. Make sure you guys tune in every single day or Monday through Friday, same time, same place. Here at Afro TV, we love celebrating all things Black, and yeah. So make sure you guys subscribe to all of our socials and yeah, same time, same place tomorrow. Bye.
Bye.